Welcome to this training. In today's video, we are going to go through a breakdown of the fitness freelancer business model, and you're going to know how the whole system or the whole business works. So at this point, you already know what it means to be a fitness freelancer, kind of what it entails, and how it can be your ticket out of your 9 to 5. So now we're going to show you the stupid simple business model that my clients are using to go from 0 to 10K months in as quickly as 3 months time, even with no experience or qualifications or skill set in the very beginning. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you 2 action steps that you can get started with that cost you 0, and this can be done within an hour. So now that we are getting into the technicalities of being a fitness freelancer and really ultimately a fitness coach, let me just go through some questions that you might be thinking in your head. So the first is, do I have to quit my job to get this started? And the answer is no. So what a lot of people do is they initially get started working on the business, and they're really just spending 1 to 3 hours a day on top of their full-time jobs. And then once they actually match their income, their take-home income from the corporate jobs, then they decide to hand in their resignation. And at that point, they can just continue to, work 1 to 3 hours a day, or actually work more because they have more time. Now, the second thing that we often hear a lot is the fact that, hey, I have no qualifications or any certificates. Am I really going to be able to do this? And the answer is yes. So obviously, when it comes to qualification and certification, it's very contextual. Like if you're a surgeon, for example, it's absolutely a must that you have one, right? But it varies from industry to industry. Now, if you think about it, qualifications and being certified is really just governing bodies trying to capitalize off your insecurities, where people are paying for a piece of paper for someone else to tell them, hey, yes, you are good enough to do something. You don't need qualifications, you don't need certifications when it comes to being an online fitness coach. And you certainly don't need the validation from someone else to tell you that you are good enough. All you need is really the work ethic to be able to continue to learn. And that's also why students in our mentorship, they actually get access to a team of coaches who've actually coached people for over 5 years so that they can ask them questions whenever they need. We all know personal trainers or even celebrity fitness influencers who, they have the paper qualifications, but they're actually spreading bogus information and ruining people's lives, putting them on the wrong diet. And at the same time, there are a ton of people in the fitness space that don't necessarily have qualifications, but they're willing to put in the work and actually learn more about nutrition and training. And so they're able to actually serve their clients in the best way. And at the end of the day, people out there don't care about what qualifications you have or what fancy letters you have after your name or what paper certificates you have. They care about one thing, which is, can you help them solve their problem? Can you help them get the result that they want? And when it comes to setting up an online fitness freelancing business, you don't need to be good at technology either. There aren't any complex softwares or platforms or anything like that involved. So to give you an example, one of our clients, his name's Ryan, when he came to us, he didn't even have Facebook, didn't even have Instagram or anything like that. The way he even found us was through someone else who was working with me. And within 2 months, he actually made 6K a month and quit his job. And at the beginning, he didn't even really know how to use Facebook. If you know how to use Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, which I'll show you how we use that in a second, then you're already ahead of someone who has gotten amazing results, despite not even knowing how to use social media. But either way, it will all make sense in a second. So let's go through the business model. How does the business model of being an online fitness coach actually work? So the way you want to look at it is there are 2 sides of the business. On one hand, you have the marketing and sales, and then on the other side, you have the fulfillment. So when we talk about marketing and sales, we're really referring to the process of getting a client, right? So client acquisition, which is what's going to get you paid. And then when we talk about fulfillment, which is the flip side of the business, we're talking about delivering for the client. So actually, how do you coach them and give them advice so that they reach their fitness goals? So let's go through the first part, the marketing and sales, because ultimately this is going to be how you're making money. So first, what happens is we set up social media profiles on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, and that's what's going to allow you to actually reach a lot of people online. Now, like we said in the earlier trainings, there are a lot of people around the world who are always looking to get in better shape, and who are always looking to improve their fitness. And the way to find them is through Facebook. So the first step basically includes positioning yourself online as an authority. And so as you start to grow your audience, people see you, they see what you do, that you're going to get people reaching out to you, asking you how you can help them and asking you for advice, just like my colleagues in the office would always used to ask me for advice when it came to dieting. Now, after we get people asking us for advice and after we get people interested in what we do, the second stage of the process is to get them to fill out an application. Now, on the application, we want some basic information like how ready they are to invest in their health, what they do, and just basic information about them, which acts as a screening process or a qualification process. So the third step here is you actually want to book a call with the person who's interested, right? And what happens is you book a call with them. When you get on the consultation, you see their application, you know what their goals are, you know what's not working for them when it comes to their fitness goals, and you simply have a conversation with them. Now, this is technically a sales conversation. However, a lot of the time when people think about the word sales, they actually get a bit scared, right? They think it's some, sleazy, slimy sales thing where you have to really awkwardly push someone to give you money, almost like a used car salesman. But in the context here, it's not actually about using slimy sales tactics. It's more so about just having a genuine conversation with them and understanding exactly what their needs are, what they're struggling with, so that you can then enroll them to working with you if it's a good fit. And exactly how we conduct these calls, and in our mentorship program, we actually go through in detail how to conduct these calls so that the people who get on the phone with you, which are called your prospects, are actually asking you, hey, I want to work with you. What does that look like? Instead of you trying to have to push your services onto them. So then at that point, after the phone call, if you're a good fit, you simply pitch your offer, which is what you do, state the price, and then you take payment right there on the spot. And then by the time you hang up the phone, you've already taken the payment in your bank account and they are officially a client. So that's the exact business model that over 300 of my clients have used. That's taken them from 0 to 6 figures, some in as little as 3 months, some honestly, even as little as 4 weeks to hit their first 8K month, which is a 6-figure run rate. Now, at this point, if you're thinking, okay, this all sounds great and makes sense, but what do I do after I get the client, right? How do I deliver for them and make sure I am offering a good service? Or if you're wondering, okay, this sounds amazing, but how much do I charge and how much do I price my services? Well, no worries, because we're going to talk all about that in our next and final training. So in the final training, I'm going to show you exactly how you can charge 4 figures for your fitness services, even from the very beginning. All right, I'm talking about $1,000 or even $1,500 and above per client, and how you can ethically get paid for that, as well as what happens after you get the client. So, hope you enjoyed this training. As always, if you do have questions, then drop them in the comment section. Now, if you have watched till the end, then I did promise you the 2 things that I'm going to show you that you can get started with today that take less than an hour and cost 0. So what I want you to do right now is to comment the word secret, right? So the word secret in the comment section, and either myself or my team member are going to send you the training, which shows exactly what you need to do today to get started as an online fitness freelancer. So go ahead and put in the comments secret. If you have any questions, then put them in the comment section too, and I will get back to you there. See you in the next training.